Hello and welcome to another Chainlink price prediction. Before I start, I want to mention that I just posted my first Patreon exclusive video. So if you want to check that out, make sure to go on my Patreon and maybe give it a subscribe. Anyways, so Chainlink right now is actually looking pretty strong, and yeah, it's following this thing I have on the chart. I have not changed this at all since I made the video about Chainlink, so things are looking good. Let's actually go on the 4-hour chart. And yeah, the 4-hour chart is also looking good. I mean, right here, I believe we topped in the first wave of this first wave move to the upside. And now we are likely to go in a second wave. And I really want the second wave to touch the 50% level right here. And why is that? Well, we already went to the 0.382 right here, and this was still in the first wave. So ideally, I want to see the price get to the 50% extension and maybe even to the 0.618 before continuing to the upside. And also, we need an ABC structure for that as well. So you can expect something like this. Maybe we'll go to this level right here. Maybe we'll go below the low right here for the A wave. Then we'll get a corrective B wave, which should be lower than this high right here. And then a C wave to touch the 50% extension before continuing to the upside. So yeah, I mean, this chart is very, very bullish. I really like how the chart is looking. It's looking very, very healthy in my opinion. Also, let me put the wave count on the chart just so you understand what I'm talking about. So this whole move right here is the first wave move. Then I expect the second wave to maybe bottom around here or maybe a bit lower before getting a third wave, which ideally should go in this region right here, and then a fourth and a fifth wave to finish this first wave. And this first wave is only the first wave of the main third wave. Now, one thing I want to see in this first wave move to the upside, I want to see the price actually go above the previous high of the first main wave. Because, I mean, that's what usually happens in the first wave of the third wave. The price usually goes above the previous first wave high. And yeah, I mean, this chart is looking very, very good. So we only went below the 0.618 level right here, which is bullish because most altcoins went to this level right here and Chainlink actually did not. So this is looking very, very good. And yeah, I mean, we had a 5-wave move to the upside right here to confirm that the first wave is in. Then we went down into an ABC to confirm that the second wave is in. And now, in my opinion, we are heading in the third wave right here. Now, of course, there's also the chance that we'll get another low. Now, do I think that's going to happen? Well, probably not. Because, I mean, Bitcoin is currently going up, and if for some reason Bitcoin decides that it wants to drop like 20k or maybe 10k in 2 hours, then yeah, I can see this chart getting another low and going below this low as well. But I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I don't see that happening, honestly. If it does happen, then that's going to be okay in my opinion, because there's still a lot of room to the downside. But yeah, I don't see it happening, honestly. Let's also go on the daily chart. So I want to show you something very interesting. So in the previous cycle, in the third wave, we actually went above the resistance levels right here. But before we did that, we got to the 3.618 and we got rejected by it multiple times before actually continuing and finishing the third wave. And we stayed in this resistance zone right here for about, let's say, maybe almost a year. And right now we are getting closer to that zone. So if we manage to somehow get to the 3.618 again in the third wave, and if we get rejected by it again, something like this could happen again. Now, I'm not saying that it will happen again because this is not financial advice, but I mean, right now, Chainlink is pretty much looking just like it was looking in the previous cycle. So I see no reason why this would not happen again. Now, this move right here actually happened, well, in June of 2019, which was not a halving year. And the third wave actually finished in the halving year in August. Now, do I see the third wave finishing in August of this year? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, there are a few, let's just say, different things that happened in the previous cycle that did not happen in this cycle. But that's not really bearish. I mean, in my opinion, this cycle is looking a lot more bullish than the previous cycle. So yeah, this is pretty good. Also, I see this whole move as a 1, 2, and now if we're getting a third wave, I actually expect the price to get to like $250, maybe even higher. Because as you know, I mean, third waves are usually the most impulsive. So if we somehow go into a third wave, I can see the price go to like $300 to maybe $400. Now, of course, this is a lot of hopium, but it's also a possibility. I mean, I don't see why it would not happen. Considering Chainlink, I mean, it's looking very, very healthy. I see no reason to be bearish on a chart that looks like this. All of these structures are clear. Each wave move up has a 5-wave move and then an ABC. I mean, this is looking good. This is looking very, very healthy. Now, there is a small problem, I would say. We closed below the yellow line on the RSI in June, and we are currently still below it. And maybe this means nothing because we also did it right here. But maybe this is a sign that the price might continue dropping for a bit before actually going in the third wave. I mean, of course, it's also a possibility. You have to think about all of the possibility. I'm not saying that the price will drop, but looking at the RSI, if it closes below the yellow line again in July, then maybe just maybe we'll get another low. Or maybe it will just bounce to the upside and go above it in August. So yeah, we have a lot of possibilities we need to think about. Also, let's actually check out how long the third wave took in the previous cycles so we can get an idea of when the third wave might end in this cycle. So the second wave bottomed right here, and then it took about 792 days to finish the third wave. Now, I don't think it's going to take that long to finish the third wave because this first wave move up started in January of 2018, which was not a halving year and was actually 2 years before the halving. In the first wave, I mean, we started this first wave in a halving year, so things are not similar right now, so we cannot really expect the third wave to take 792 days if this move happened 2 years later than in the previous cycle. So this cannot really tell us how long the third wave might take. But, however, we can pretty much, I mean, at least use this third wave right here to get an idea. And how? Well, if we ignore what happened right here, and we only take this right here, we'll see that it took about a year to get to the 3.618 level. And I mean, if this happens again, then maybe we'll get to the 3.618 right here in like July of 2025. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I actually expect the third wave to finish in like maybe February to March of next year, because I mean, that goes very well with my other altcoins. And as you know, altcoins pretty much go up together, so yeah, I'm using other altcoins as an indicator of where the third wave might end for Chainlink. And is that unfair? I don't think so. I think I can do that, and I don't think it's bad to use information from other altcoins on this altcoin. I mean, why would we not do that if altcoins go up together? So yeah, I can see the third wave actually end in February to March of next year. Now, are we going to see something like this again? Are we going to see the third wave go above the 3.618 level? Well, I have no idea, but if we do, then we'll most likely get to maybe the very bullish top prediction I have, or maybe the 1.618 level, before getting rejected and going in the fourth wave and then the fifth wave to end the cycle. Now, of course, things do not have to play out the same as they did in the previous cycle, but they could. I mean, I see no reason why this could not happen again. Now, of course, like I said, it's probably not going to take a year to get out of this resistance zone right here. It's probably going to take much less than that. So, I mean, yeah, things are looking good right now. I also have to mention the weekly chart and the RSI. So we went to the, let's say, 42 RSI level right here, and we went to about $11. And right now we are below the yellow line, which is not really bearish because we went below it multiple times, as you can see. But one thing I noticed is that we managed to get above it 3 times. So we got above it here and we got rejected. Then we got above it here and we got rejected. And now we got above it here and we got rejected again. So maybe you can put a trend line here, something like this maybe. And if the trend line is broken, then maybe it's a sign that Chainlink has bottomed and we are about to go in the main third wave. Because yeah, I mean, this is a downtrend on the RSI. And it's looking kind of good in my opinion. It's looking healthy. And right now we're an RSI of 46 and the price is like almost $14. And this only means that right now we have a lot of room to the upside. And I mean a lot of room to the upside. Here we went overbought on the RSI when we were at about, let's say, $16.5. And now we are at like $14 and the RSI is 46. So yeah, now is the perfect time to go in the main third wave and explore new all-time highs. Also yeah, I want the third wave to get a new all-time high and go above the previous all-time high of 2021. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and check out my Patreon. I just posted an exclusive video on there about Gala games. I post like 2 bonus videos on Patreon each month and you can decide which coins I cover in these exclusive videos. So if you are interested in that, make sure to check it out. And if you liked this video, consider subscribing to my channel and I will see you in the next one.